Yo, I'm Big Kurohebi. Orewa Big Kurohebi desk.
Hi, I'm Nico Styles. Nico Styles です。
Hey, and this is Japanese Bodega, baby.
ジャパニーズボデガっていうポッドキャストをスタートして、日本とアメリカまたは海外の交流、国際交流を目的としたポッドキャストになります。
Hi, and that means we're bringing the kombini style all the way from Japan to New York, where we got bodegas, even culture exchange. Yo, we needed this, okay? We needed to see these perspectives, right? Because we got an authentic person from Japan, we got an authentic New Yorker, born and raised. You get to really get in our heads, you know what I mean? We need to share what we know. You know, this is a long time coming, honestly.
Yes.
I feel like so many amazing podcasts out there.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
But like nothing that really digs deep into like this American New York culture and then compares it to Japan. Like Japan has cities bigger than New York, like Tokyo, right? It's bigger.
Right.
And what part of you're from Japan, obviously, right?
Yes,
You're
I'm from Japan.
From Japan. You spent time in mostly in what part? North or the south?
Most of the time in Japan, south side of Japan. I'm from Kyushu, so
Yeah, Kyushu.
like it's very countryside of Japan where I grew up. So yeah.
But you've been to Tokyo.
Yes, I've been to Tokyo for visiting, but I just never lived in Tokyo. But yes.
And then like you've also been to is Fukuoka, right?
Yes, Fukuoka is also a city. It's really fun if you guys go to Japan.
I heard a lot of good things about Fukuoka. Like
yes, it's a little bit far from Tokyo. Almost an hour and a half, an hour 40 minutes by flight. But yes.
Yeah, I heard good things. Like I follow a bunch of creators in Fukuoka, a bunch of bars.
Yeah.
It seems like they get it popping over there. And what's really dope is that it really seems like in Fukuoka specifically, I saw a lot of, black creators, like a lot of black people on social media.
Interesting.
There, they got the reggae joint, the reggae party vibe. They also have a Coyote Ugly bar, which is a very American thing. But wait, before I even get into that, like, I have to say, like, she's glowing. She really is. Like, what are you wearing? Like, what is this lipstick? It looks so good.
My lipstick is from NYX NYX lip pencil. I use MAC lipstick, and then on the top, I live Laneige.
Okay. Which one is like the most popular brand out of those three brands?
Like recently?
Yeah.
Laneige it's from Korea, but it's so popping in here.
Really?
Like you can get in Sephora. Yes.
That's wow. That's one thing. Like another difference between like America and New York versus Japan. I feel like honestly, like you guys step out right every time I see someone in like you guys are outside and you come correct. Like the fashion is on point, the makeup is on point, just in general. Whereas like over here, you might see someone in like sweatpants with like a stain on their t-shirt.
That's true, but like honestly, New York, they try their best.
We try. We try. We do our thing.
Yes, compared to other states.
Definitely.
So other states, I know that like people just wearing yoga pants all day. No, it's not even they go to gym.
Yeah.
It's just yoga pants, whatever the yoga shorts for guys. That's the casual, outfit.
Fashion culture in Japan, I would say, is like is really up there. Like around the whole world, I feel like Japan, England for sure. Like out of the UK, England, they dress very well. If you're in London, you'll know. And then I would say America. Then I would say New York. Like the crown
New
moves.
York, yes.
The crown moves for me. Like every 20 years, the crown moves. So I feel like we had fashion in the 70s and 80s. Like our fashion was on point. Our art scene was amazing, 70s and 80s. And then 90s, I feel like 90s, 2000s was more like an England vibe. Now though, Tokyo street fashion is fire.
Yes, I feel Japanese people wear lots of street fashions, and
Yeah.
it's all inspired by New York or America, but they also have their own style as well.
Yeah.
They're not just copying it, but they, make some like accents on their socks, like like the color accent. You know what I mean?
I understand. Like, I noticed that, like, just from, observing people, the best part about being online is that you get to observe thousands of people. You can digest their content and really get a sense of what's going on in the place, in the different countries. Even though I'm not there right now, I gotta have a sense of what's going on because I'm viewing it through the creator's lens. And I'm like, I noticed that in New York, it's a lot of thrift store fashion. So it'll be just like,
I feel especially Brooklyn area.
Definitely.
People live in Brooklyn, people you see
Yeah.
in Brooklyn, they all wear
thrift store stuff,
yes.
And then they put it together very well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna say that. Like they put it together very well. But it'll be like head to toe. That clothes is like 30 or 40 years old, right?
Yeah.
But whereas when I'm seeing like Tokyo fashion, it's like new stuff, like chrome hearts, Gucci, Louis, stuff like that, mixed with like one or two pieces of something that's old. Like it's not like head to toe vintage shit, which is interesting how they put it together, Is that something that you would say like, is that like a typical Japanese way of dressing, or is that just a northern like Tokyo dress? Like, do they dress like that in the South?
Yes.
Really?
Like my hometown, even though countryside, they really care about what they wear.
Yeah.
Like I was going to the convenience store. I went for running, so like I was wearing yoga pants and like whatever the t-shirts, and then my mom said like, oh my god, you cannot go to the convenience store with that. Like you have to change
That's
your clothes.
interesting.
Like I'm gonna just run and just go there, and like no, like yes, they really care.
Maybe
fashion.
that's why.
Like, my mom and my dad really care about fashion.
Yeah.
That's also inspired me. Also my brother.
I think that could be it, honestly.
Yes.
Like when I was a kid, like my parents literally, you get clothes once a year, like right when the school year starts. That's when you get clothes, and it'll be like 5 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and one.
Oh my God, that's about in New York.
They make ways. Trust me. You end up doing what you gotta do. You might end up hustling. Yeah. That's why a lot of people start hustling, because in New York, you get bullied as a kid if you don't have fresh stuff. And you know this about the schools. The schools are mixed between poor and rich people.
Yes.
So then, and there's no uniforms unless you're in private school, right? So you could go to school and now you think like, oh, I'm not cool, so I'm gonna hustle to try to buy a pair of Jordans. Like that's literally in almost every rapper's rhymes from like the 90s and 2000s.
Yes.
And it stems from not having, or the feeling of not having, or not being part of this community.
Yes.
So then they start doing things. And now we're getting deep, but really like when I was younger, I really remember for my birthday, like this was like a big deal. Like my mom came in my room and gave me a box of clothes. Like it was like 5 plaid shirts, like Biggie would have like plaid shirts. And that was like a thing, It was like, wow, plaid button downs. And honestly, like I rocked them joints. I probably rocked them like every day, like 5 shirts for like years. Like I was not born rich. So Like that's like the reality of what it is growing up in New York. Your parents are trying to survive as well, so they're not even focused on clothes. They're like, you know what?
But
Focus on giving them food,
yes,
go to school, don't do anything crazy, come home. And I feel
that's
like if
very
your parents were like,
important.
hey,
Yes.
you know, you should dress like this, dress better,
Mm-hmm.
it's different, you know, like you said in Japan, your parents were like, no, we want you to dress good. We want, you know,
Yeah.
it shows that the family is respected.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, honestly, it's like, nah, go to school, come home, like, you don't need to worry about what other people have, blah, blah, blah. But really, like, not having causes people to do bad things sometimes.
Yeah.
So they can try to get. And that's the even exchange that we needed to hear, you know? Like, you guys needed to understand the mentality of why certain people do things, you know? And
But I'm always curious,
mhm,
like living in New York is really tough. It's very expensive city. There's
Yeah.
so many rich people, poor people. I heard
mhm,
so 25% of population in New York
Yeah.
is poor.
absolutely,
But
definitely.
like, do you think when you grow up,
Mhm,
it was always like that? I'm sure like, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, it's cheaper, of course.
100%.
Everything was, I know it's cheaper,
100%.
but like, do you feel like New York
Mhm.
right now,
It's
and
gotten
then like 20 years, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
it's how's different?
20 years ago, there was a bigger middle class. Like
Mm.
Japan has a great large middle class,
Yes.
that means the country's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So our country went through within this 20 years, we went through a recession, housing crisis,
Mm-hmm.
and we went through extreme terrorist attacks,
Right.
and now we have inflation and prices going up like insane.
And even the past 2 years, it's
Even the past 2 years.
insane.
The past 2 years, the unemployment rate is like the lowest it's been in such a long time.
Yeah.
So people are really struggling here in New York. And you know what? If you're poor in New York, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like my parents are from New York. Like they came from Haiti when they were 16, so they're New Yorkers. They've been in here most of their life. We would have been upper middle class if we lived in Ohio or if we lived in North Carolina or we lived in a cheaper state.
Salary wise, or
Definitely.
more like, yes.
Definitely. But you know, they
So-
did what they had to do to make it and to give us a good home.
So
And,
even though
yeah.
that time New York is expensive city compared to other states.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay.
Like I remember when I moved from Brooklyn to Long Island, my father had to sell, he needed like a chunk of money to make the rest of the payment for the house. And he had to sell his car
Yeah.
to get it. And I was there and he was like he brought me to teach me a lesson. He's like, this is what you need to do if you're
I
a
like
man,
that, like,
you know? Like as a man, you need to sometimes you need to sell your possession that you love so that your family can have like a better life. And we did, you know, like moving from Brooklyn to Long Island obviously afforded me better opportunities,
Yeah.
you know, in general. But when we got there, we weren't as well off as other people there.
Because I feel Long Island is, some people are very rich.
Definitely.
Yes.
There's really like super rich
To me,
parts.
Long Island or like Westchester.
Yes, 100%.
Or Connecticut is very
Yes.
rich people lives there. Some
Connecticut
people
is-
have second house.
Yes,
you
yes.
know?
Connecticut is way more rich than like Long Island. I grew up the first town after Queens. So a very short bus to Jamaica, Queens. Actually, in my town was the border of Queens and Long Island. So if I wanted to, I could go like literally jump 2 feet and I'm gonna be in Queens.
Yes.
So I didn't grow up deep in Long Island
Yes.
with the
So,
super rich people.
Yeah.
But like bringing it back,
Someone like, you don't know about New York?
they would think Long Island, like, oh,
So Long
you're
Island
rich.
is like what do you say?
It's
East?
more, yeah,
Like
it's more east, right?
northeast?
Yeah, it's more
Yes.
east of where we are now, which is Manhattan, and it's its
So
own
Manhattan
world.
is so tiny here.
Yes.
And then, everything else is all here.
Manhattan is really not as big. We should talk
It's
about
like
that.
this, like this.
It's really not as big as people think it is. You know, like
Yes.
so
it
compared to
is.
Tokyo, which is larger, Manhattan or Tokyo?
Tokyo, of course.
100% Tokyo. So
Manhattan is so tiny.
mhm. Would you say that how many Manhattans can you fit into Tokyo?
I never live in Tokyo, but
Yeah.
I can say when I went to Tokyo, I
Mhm.
realized there's so many like midtown level of city
Mhm.
in several places. So like if you go 5 stations away, there's like New
Another
York
midtown.
like so many tall buildings, and then you go south for 5, 6, stations, and then the other like mid big city.
Really?
Yes, so they have yes.
There's a ton. So to put it in perspective, in New York we literally have like one midtown area.
Yeah, one midtown, like on Wall Street, there's a
Few
tall buildings.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
Yeah.
Midtown or Wall Street.
Which has a better skyline? A better view, like
Better view?
yeah, like when we go to Domino Park and we see the skyline.
I would say Manhattan.
Really?
I mean, like Brooklyn side.
Yeah.
From Manhattan is beautiful.
It is a beautiful view, but so in Tokyo, when you went to Tokyo,
Tokyo is whole. It's not an island. Manhattan is island.
It's island, yeah.
But like Tokyo is.
It's like mainland.
Mixed with Queens, Brooklyn, all mixed.
In one large section.
One large section.
Oh, so you don't really get like that outside view of it.
So think about like we have, city in Williamsburg, Bed-Stuy, Queens, something like that.
Yeah. I see. Okay, I understand.
But we don't have that. It's more like here, more residential area.
Okay. Speaking of Bed-Stuy, Bed-Stuy is definitely like one of my favorite neighborhoods in New York, for sure. I feel like it was more poppin' like 10 years ago, for sure. Better restaurants, just better community vibes, better restaurants.
I feel like in Brooklyn, you feel more community vibe.
In Brooklyn and overall, that's
overall.
definitely the like.
And then they try to support their community. They try to support small business.
Yes, they definitely do. In Brooklyn, I think out of Brooklyn and Queens, for sure.
Queens.
I think Queens is the king of small
more,
business.
Yes, small business and more diversity of population.
Yeah, because
if someone you don't know
Queens for sure. Like that's worth going to, and a lot of people that are tourists they don't really even know.
Yes, you can find like each country's best cuisine.
Yeah, the best food from each country.
Food in Queens.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's like this area of Queens, like for instance, we could break it down for you real quick. Like Flushing will have high Asian population. Then you can go to St. Albans, Elmont. That's gonna be large Caribbean population, like Haitian, Guyanese, Jamaican, in Queens.
Really?
Definitely.
I thought like more people in Flatbush area.
Flatbush is
Little Caribbean. Yes,
Flatbush is Caribbean,
Brooklyn.
but that's Brooklyn. Flatbush is super Caribbean, but in Queens, then we have.
I didn't know they have that.
Yeah. And then there's also like the more Spanish part would be around East Elmhurst, around 74th Street and Roosevelt.
Yes, and Jackson Heights.
Jackson
There's
Heights.
so many like Nepali people, Nepali bar, or like Indian.
Yes. Oh yes, there's tons of Indian people too.
Like us. Like this side of Asia.
I know what you mean, like South Asia or whatever.
Southwest Asia.
And they say like New York is a melting pot, right? And when you come to New York, I think you will experience in the city, you will experience a bit of, it's not malicious, it's just how people are, they group together. So in Manhattan, there's a white area, there's then there's like a mixed area, then there's like the Asian area, the black
like a
area.
young professional who lives area.
Yes. Whereas in Queens, that's a melting pot.
Mhm.
In one neighborhood in Queens, you can have every single race.
No, seriously, we went to it's Jackson Heights.
Yes, we went to Jackson Heights.
Heights. On the one street, you can find any type of food,
Anything.
type, different countries.
Any country's food. Like
Yes.
we enjoyed, she took me to a mango sticky rice spot, which was fire, fresh mango. It's a
It's
Thai,
like a Thai grocery store.
yeah, Thai grocery. And then we found a Colombian bakery that was popping. And then we had a onigiri sandwich, onigiri sendo,
Yes.
at a Japanese spot that's been there for like 15 years. So just think about that within like four blocks of each other. So just think about that. You know, like that's the type of cultural exchange that we all need to experience in life. You know, like life should be about learning and be about appreciating other people's culture and appreciating your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like that's what we're doing with this podcast because I want to learn more about Japan,
Yes.
but I also want to share my experiences as a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And then that way I know how to act because it's a big thing. I want to know how to act when I'm in Japan. And I don't want you guys to get caught up in the mix of New York because New York is such a big city and has a lot of different energies. And if you are not careful, you could get in the wrong mix. You know, keep your circle tight when you come to New York. It's like that in any city, right? Like in Tokyo. Listen, you know, like I do want to go to Tokyo, but where else should we go? Like where else?
Like, I don't know, Tokyo, there's so many people.
Yeah.
I was scared I got lost in
Really?
the station because they have a huge station and then like, you know, it says goes this way. If you go this way, you are wrong exit. If you watch exit 8, have you watched exit 8? It's
I do love
seriously
that.
like
I love
that. I had the same issue.
Oh my gosh.
I was almost like headache and I was sweaty because I had to go, you know,
And
a certain point. And then I got lost because it's so huge. That never happened to me in New York subway.
It's simpler here.
Yes,
It's
it's
simpler
like
here.
if you go uptown, New York subway, go uptown or downtown, or you go Queens or Brooklyn.
That's literally it.
Yes.
The trains go two directions.
Yeah, so you just think
Up, down.
yes.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I would get lost 100%. But I heard that in Japan. Not I heard that. I saw a lot of Americans in Japan, like on YouTube, and they're like, oh, if you ever get lost, like ask someone in Japan, and they might bring you there. Is that true? Is that
can be true.
That could be true.
Yes.
So that's nice.
But like people, I don't know. Yes.
That's nice. Like honestly, as a New Yorker,
nice.
you're just gonna be like, yo, take the J train up.
Oh,
and you just walk
one
away.
time, no, seriously.
Yeah.
In New York, there's so many kind person I met.
Oh, let's hear about
Yes.
this.
Seriously,
let's
I
hear
was
about
like,
it.
okay, so I lost,
Yeah.
and then, no, seriously, I was not this story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in the subway. So there's an old guy was asking someone, oh, like I want to go to the Wall Street. I took a train, Flatbush 4 or 5 train.
Yeah.
And then the guy in front of me, he was saying, oh, like you just take this train, you just stay here, you know, until it's gonna be Wall Street. And then the guy in front of me, and then right next to this old guy, right?
Yeah.
And then he took him to the Wall Street. He actually
Like got off with them.
Got off with them.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That type of stuff, like I feel like just how energy works. Like you try to be as good as you can be,
Yes.
so that good energy comes back to you.
Mhm.
That was that type of moment.
Yes.
You know, like maybe that guy thought, like, you know what? Let me help this guy out.
Yes.
Let me help him.
And then like one time I took a ferry
Mhm.
from downtown Brooklyn, Dumbo to, I was with my mom, and then she wanted to take a ferry. So I don't
Yeah.
normally take ferry, but like, okay, like, and then Dumbo to Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Williamsburg, there's a 2 ferry stop or something.
Yeah, there is too.
And then there's like, and then you need an app to get on the ferry. We didn't have that, and then some Asian guy like helped us, and
That's
then
nice.
like, oh, like I want to go to this. We took a ferry together,
Mhm.
and then like we say, oh, I want to go here, and then like that guy and me and my mom, we all go together. He was like taking us to the spot that we wanted to go.
Yeah, that's so
Yes,
cool.
that's so cool.
That's
Yes.
good.
And he said he's from Taiwan, so he knows a little bit of Japanese. He was Taiwanese.
Did you guys speak a bit in Japanese or no? Just
Yes,
more
my
English?
mom and then him, little bit Japanese. They speak a little bit of Japanese.
Ah, cool.
Because my mom never speaks English.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, there's so many people that's so kind.
That is
Nice,
really nice
yeah.
to hear, because you
Yes.
know, we get as New Yorkers, they were like, oh, they got an attitude, blah blah blah.
But
Look.
I never seen that.
No, like, we are really, really nice. We are very nice and genuine. Like, we will help you. If you meet a New Yorker, you might become best friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
On
we're
the street, you can find your best friends.
you can literally be best friends. But we don't have time for the bullshit. So
Yes.
that's when we get a little attitude. But like, let's bring it back, because you said the ferry, and I think a lot of people might come from Japan and want that experience.
Yes.
If you want to take the ferry, my suggestion is, like, we have a spa on Governor's Island. You can take a ferry that's like $5 from Seaport area to Governor's Island, so you get to enjoy that ride. Then on the island, if you usually go to spas or onsens, there's a big spa on that island, and a Mexican restaurant. So what you do is you get off the ferry, you have a margarita, a taco, then you go get a massage, you lay down by the water, you chill out.
It's gonna be nice view.
Beautiful
for
view.
sure.
Beautiful view, because
Yes.
you're in Manhattan, but you're getting a view of Manhattan
Yes.
still, because you're just on a small island. So I think that's a good touristy thing to do.
Yes,
you
and
know?
also on the way to the Governor's Island, you can see the Statue of Liberty.
Yes, which
on
is,
the way.
everyone should see that one
Yes,
time at least.
Yes.
You know,
It's
like,
closer.
you're only gonna want to go there once in your whole life, okay?
Yes.
I've been there one time and I'm good, but it's definitely worth going.
Yes.
New York has a lot to offer. Japan has tons to offer, you know what I mean? What would be the equivalent of the Statue of Liberty? Like, what is something you have to see in Japan? Like Mount Fuji?
Mount Fuji,
Mhm.
Tokyo Tower.
It's Tokyo Tower.
Tokyo Tower.
Yeah.
There's one more thing. I
Oh.
totally forgot my Skytree.
Skytree.
Skytree is also like
Skytree. And then what? Soapland. You gotta check out, right? You gotta check out. I mean, we gotta keep it real. You know what I mean? We don't have those in America. So like, I've never been.
Can you explain someone who don't know about Soapland?
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not even 100. Like, I'm not 100% sure what goes down.
Like, there's so many different type of Soapland.
Yeah,
I just
like-
wanna say.
Like, I'm just thinking about the one. When I hear Soapland, I really just think like people bathe you, like they rub you down with soaps. Is that massage? Yeah,
Massage.
that's what I.
That's what I say.
That's what I'm talking about. Just like a simple.
But if you know the
You
truth,
know?
just comment.
Yeah, if you know what, like,
Let us know.
what other
We never
things-
been.
we both have never
Never
been to a sauna, but that's a part of Japanese culture
But
that.
like, I feel
you can experience.
like as a culture understanding,
Yeah.
you guys can
We
experience.
should experience it,
And then
yeah.
because it says massage, but like maybe just massage or I don't know.
In
What they
America,
actually
we
do.
really like, we try to have this blanket over speaking about sex or speaking about something sexual, and then we all do it. So, and then it's a shock when you find out, like, oh my God, this person is a freak. It's not a big deal. Whereas in Japan, sex is already part of the culture. Look, everyone in the world got here because of sex. So stop acting like like immature. Like not you, but I mean in general, the world in America, we need to grow up. Okay? Like it's not a big deal. It's everywhere, and that's how you get you think your mother, your father, you think they're Christian saints, they were fucking, and that's how you got here. Okay? Like so so go to a soapland, enjoy it. You're an adult. Do what you gotta do. And then while we're on this topic, we should speak about dating, right? We should get into like, the differences. And then what I did, we pulled up a few Reddit articles, right?
Yes.
All right, we put up a few.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about what they got to say. We're gonna talk about what the people are saying, because Reddit is a community of people that just discuss things and they keep it 100% real. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Should we start with this one? How to meet a lady in Japan during a short trip?
Okay, so there's one post
Mhm.
in Reddit. Okay.
Yes. Shall I read it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is it. This is the post. I work in finance and I'm on track to become a stockbroker. Because of how busy my job is and because of the 7 series that only applies in the United States, I can only be in Japan for 1 week at a time. I know that Japanese culture is very reserved and that the women in Japan don't like being cold approached in places like the mall or the train station.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, I heard that Japanese women are more open to being cold approached in bars. Is it possible to meet someone for a long-term relationship while on a 1-week trip to Japan?
Okay.
That would be a long distance for some time until K1 visa is issued.
Okay, so
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
K1 visa is like you can live in Japan,
I guess.
and then
I think it's a work visa.
yes, he has only 1 week because he's so busy at his finance job.
Yeah, doing other
But
work.
he wants to eventually live in Japan.
So like
Maybe.
he does want to live in Japan.
That's the reason why he wants to find a Japanese woman.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Okay, that's already
it's already not
like
really a good mentality.
Yeah, good mentality.
No.
And
Yeah, no, it's not a good mentality because you're asking a lot from that Japanese woman.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find someone that is willing to, one, accept a foreigner, and then two,
Yes.
accept the long distance relationship.
And then it's gonna be just 1 week, right?
And then you're gonna come once a week for what? He didn't say once a week every month.
Yes.
He just said once a week.
He said 1 week for Japan trip.
Yeah, he just said 1 week. So we don't know if it's 1 week every 3 months or 1 week every 6 months.
I'm so surprised
Yeah.
that he wants to find a long-term relationship in someone in a week.
That's crazy. Brother, if
How
you're
many
watching
days?
this, you should just go on Tinder there and enjoy your life, baby.
Yeah,
That's
why don't
like,
you just enjoy your life?
just
But
enjoy your life.
finding a long-term
No.
relationship, even though like in America,
That's
you
harder in
live
America.
here, but it's so hard.
It's
But,
hard in
you just
America, yeah.
stay in Japan for 1 week.
He did say something interesting. He said, I know that in Japanese culture, it's very reserved and that women in Japan don't like being cold approached in places like the mall and train station.
Like,
So that means
like,
it means when you're just on the street and a guy's like, hey, what's up? What's your name? Which I can say I think is true for Japanese women, like don't just go up to them and
yeah.
and like
Because here in New York, people are so friendly.
Yeah.
So they're gonna say, "Oh, I like your hat. I like your outfit."
100%.
That's normal.
100%.
Okay, that's normal. But in Japan, like we don't really.
You don't really do that.
Yeah, talk on the street.
In New York, it was so normal for a long time for guys to just be like this. You're
Oh my gosh.
Ayo, shorty.
Yes.
And they would run up to the girl and like get their number, and it's super normal until like 2018
But still
when they were
people are
like
that.
people are definitely still like, because it's just part of the culture.
And then, but that type of people, they just stand there.
Yeah.
Say something.
They stand there to talk to every woman.
Yes, every woman. It's not
Yeah.
like, you pass on the street. It's not like they just stand there at the corner of the street.
Yeah.
And then that's their job.
I was
to
just,
do
oh my gosh.
something.
I was literally like, you thought of exactly what I was gonna say. Like, they stand there like it's their job.
That's their job, okay? So like, don't exchange.
Like, don't even think that you're
Actually,
special.
okay.
You
Go
know?
ahead, if you want, go ahead and exchange your number. That's fine, but like,
Just know that
they
they're
just-
doing it a lot,
a lot.
frequently.
Every single woman
Yeah.
that pass.
And then like the cold approach in Japan is not really gonna work. Like just coming up on the street.
On the street.
They value space in Japan. They also value like social reputation. So like going up to someone in the street, like it's not really socially accepted. Am I right?
Yes, but
You
like
know?
it has to be very natural. Like if I see the foreigner was like struggling, they look like they're lost.
Yes, then it's different.
Then they're gonna ask me something,
Yeah.
and like, oh, like it's gonna be this way, and then like we start having a conversation.
And it's normal.
That's very natural.
Yeah,
But like
it's very
someone
natural.
just come to me and then say something.
It's like,
Like what?
yeah, it's like it just, I think it really is like you guys value space. You know, like
My
personal space, you know, and that's different than America. Whereas like in New York or in America, you can meet someone and then like be so good friends with them in the same day. You're like, oh, I'm gonna give you a hug, yo. Like it's not even like intimate. It's not a big deal. You're like, yo, hey, what's up? And like that's something that you have to adjust in general in life.
I'm not saying Japanese are not friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Japanese are very friendly, but that's not common.
It's definitely not common.
Yes.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we can say to you, brother, like you need to just chill out. Like
Yes, like don't expect too much.
yes,
Like
you're expecting too much.
Maybe you're really lucky. You can find a woman
Yeah.
in a week of trip.
And he didn't even say if he speaks Japanese, because that's going to be a major factor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you want a foreigner, you don't speak Japanese, and you're only there for a week, bro. Get on Tinder and just soak in the girls that like foreigners, because that's all you're gonna get, right?
Yes.
Let's see what else Reddit got. You know, that was a good one. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going for a little, like 5 more minutes. Let's do like one more Reddit post, and then we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. Let's go to this post. Looks interesting. Ooh, is this kind of sudden distance common in dating culture Japan? Hi everyone, I'm a foreigner living in Japan, and I'd like to ask something honestly, especially to Japanese people or those familiar with Japanese dating culture. I dated a Japanese woman for about a month. We went on several dates several times a week, talked a lot, exchanged handwritten letters, and even spoke about future things like living together, marriage, and having children. I know.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I want to say something, but yes, go ahead.
Okay. It felt warm and serious to me, not casual. She herself said that she dates only with marriage in mind and that she's okay with marrying a foreigner. Suddenly, she told me she was very busy and overwhelmed with work and exams, and she said she didn't have time to think about romance. She asked me to wait until her exams were over. I respected that and waited, but over time, she stopped replying and eventually blocked me. I don't want to blame her or say she's a bad person. I'm genuinely trying to understand. Is it common in Japan to show strong interest at first, then distance or disappear without clearly saying, I'm not interested anymore?
Okay,
It's a good question for you.
like I had,
Yeah.
I had a similar experience.
Yeah.
I was not showing a fake. I never really talk about, being married
Yeah, it
and
was some
stuff.
like dude, some random dude.
That's to random,
Yeah.
people on my first date or second date. But, if I'm not like showing a fake thing about me, but I'm trying to be true in front of them.
Yeah.
But like later,
Yeah.
like after the dates,
Done.
2 days after the dates, I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that day was awful. I'm not saying that. Maybe she actually enjoyed dating with that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But like, as a Japanese, I don't want to say like no, like don't contact me.
Of course.
I don't want to say that. Like, so that's why, ghosting happened.
Yeah. Like ghosting definitely happens.
But ghosting happening here.
Ghosting happens in America, but this is specifically, I do feel like it is part of Japanese culture to kokohaku, to start heavily dating after the third date, and then they decide like, okay, we don't like you. I don't like you anymore, so I'm gonna leave you. But I think the ghosting specifically happened for him because he didn't leave space. So he seems like a needy guy. Because he is needy, because he's going to the internet to express these emotions. So he probably was messaging her a lot, and she's like, you know what, let me block him.
Yeah, also I'm sure she has another guy that,
100%.
talking or dating.
100%. So like, the best thing you can ever do is give the person space. You give them the space and you leave the door open. I guarantee you, if he didn't say anything, she would have came back for the D at least once. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to, first of all, why are you talking about marriage and children and it's been 1 month?
Yes.
So that's American. That's a very American thing. And that's the thing, like, Americans have a very toxic dating culture where they think they can impose their will, or they can, like, this is what we're gonna be married, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not how it happens in other cultures. You know what I mean? I would say the thing is, Japanese culture though, like, for me,
some distance.
You guys have a like distance between communication, sometimes distance between
but like
seeing.
we are not like, ignoring you. Like we respect you, and then
just like, look, you gotta live your life.
Busy.
Yeah, you gotta live your life. And in America though, people are so used to, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, I need to know everything. Okay, I can't trust you unless you do this. I can't trust you, like, I don't know where you are, this and that. And then as an adult man, you have to break free of that mindset 100%. You'll never be able to control someone, okay? You have to just live your life. And the only thing you need to do is continuously work, okay? Because if you don't have a couple mil in the bank account, don't even worry what the other person is doing. Just work on yourself, work out, go to the gym, learn how to paint, read a book, work on your business. If you're sitting here worried about someone else, then you're not doing something for yourself. But I do think that it is part of Japanese culture for the women to kind of distance themselves, you know what I mean, if they don't like you. Me, on the other hand, I probably look, I gotta say this. I have a different experience with women, period. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just accepted like 99% of the time. You know what I mean? So I don't know like his work, like I don't have his worries, but I do know that dating Japanese women, you have to allow them to have space for them to live. For them to do what they need to do. And this dude is coming in hot. He's coming in hot. Let's get married. Listen, this and that. What happened was they met up. He was beating it up, and then he got soft. And she was like, damn, you got soft so quick. Like, I'm good on that. Yeah, handwritten letters, you receive those, brother. You don't write them back. You receive those. We put you on some game, give you some nampa, give you some riz, baby. Let her write you the letters, okay? What are you doing writing them back? That's crazy. You sent her, you sent her some, no, baby. No, that's how he lost her. Now what? She has those letters. She probably was laughing at him while she's getting the dick from another guy. You know what I mean? Like that's the reality of life. You know what I mean? It's that New York Riz right here, bro. Yo, stop worrying about what she's doing. She's probably fucking someone else. So you just gotta chill out, right? Send her like a flower or some chocolates. What are you doing writing letters back in 1 month? Come on,
I
brother.
would say after 3 months,
Yeah,
you can just contact her again.
exactly. Space.
Yes.
Or like leave the door open. What he did was he
Or a year
closed the
later.
door
But a year later, maybe she broke up with
whoever she's doing. But like no matter what, they're gonna hit you up when they're needy of what you have to give them. Or maybe he was just kind of whack in bed. You know, like that's the real way to keep them. The real way to keep them is to have that D game on point. Okay, that's the real. That's just the real. You know what I mean? So dating in Japan, from your perspective, would you say that as a woman, would you say that like it's difficult for a foreigner to get a girlfriend in Japan?
Someone who likes foreigner, they already like foreigner.
Yeah,
And
but to
then
get a
they are
girlfriend,
hunting.
not to just bang a foreigner, but like hard to keep a girlfriend as a foreigner.
But some of them, they really want to go to America.
Mm.
You know, they want to leave their country, and then they're looking for, I don't know, American guy or European guy to live abroad.
Okay.
Then, but like, not all women's like that. Like, some people, they just want to stay in Japan.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the love is different. If you like someone, you know, you forget about everything.
True.
You just want to go for it, right?
That is true, yeah.
That's the love.
Yeah, love can change those
Sometimes,
things.
like, they be like, okay, I can leave Japan. I just want to live with him.
Yeah.
You know?
But guys, basically, don't expect someone to change their whole life and move to another country or like have you move with them just because you're in Japan. I think when dating a Japanese woman, you know what I mean? Like, there's a period of time that they're gonna be very distant. You just have to you have to like stick to it.
Really?
You have to, yeah, you have to be calm. You have to be calm. You try not to explode, try not to take anything personally because their dating style is different. But after that period of time of distance, they open up. So they're like sakura flowers. So half of the year they're closed up to you. But once they open, they're blooming to you, then they become so beautiful.
So true.
Yes,
like,
it's true.
You know,
they reserve
I
themselves.
Close my door.
Yeah.
My wall is so high.
Yeah. And that's because they're protecting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or who knows, but I feel like after they actually get to know you, they date, even though they get boyfriend and girlfriend, become boyfriend and girlfriend by the third date, they actually date slower, if that makes sense. Meaning in America, you meet up with your girlfriend every day, like literally every day, but they date slower. So you might meet up once a week, twice a week, then there might be a gap. They date slower because think about how crazy you are if you're gonna think about getting married within 1 month. Let them unravel and reveal layers of their personality over time. And when they're ready, I'm telling you, the flowers lit, okay? You're gonna be smelling that. And then they're gonna open up to you. So allow them to set the pace. As a man, always allow the woman to set the pace while you drive and dictate direction. You understand what that means? You dictate the direction of the relationship at her pace, okay? If she wants to go 2 miles an hour, you say, that's fine, baby, but we're going over there 2 miles an hour. We taking our time, but when we get, but we're going, this is where we're landing. You know what I mean? Like, meaning, this is my intention, this is what I want, this is what I want to achieve in this relationship, but we're gonna go at your pace, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you really retain a Japanese woman.